plans that have been put on ground, you can only be in one geopolitical zone at one time, and there are 6 geopolitical zones. And therefore, we, the people that are in this geopolitical zone, people say it is South-South. I prefer to call it Niger Delta, because that is who we are. That is the region that we are in. Tomorrow, somebody can come and change the geopolitical zone, but we will remain where we are. So whatever name is given that we accept at that particular time, I will always consider myself who I am. Now, when we look at what is happening in Nigeria today, it will be irresponsible of the Niger Delta people. It will be cowardly even of the Niger Delta people not to be able to say to our political representatives today in Nigeria in 2019, it will be irresponsible and cowardly for us as youths, as women, as politicians, as traditional rulers, not to face the reality that concerns us in our immediate environment as we are in Nigeria. What is our immediate environment? Our immediate environment that we own, that nobody can take away from us, is Niger Delta. We are, as Niger Delta people, Isoko people, Irobo people, Ikwere people, Ogoni people, Efik, Ibibio, whatever your ethnic nationality, Egi, whatever you are, no matter how small, I keep emphasizing this. The Niger Delta self-determination movement keeps emphasizing this, because we know that no matter how small you are, you have a right to be who you are. That is what makes you an indigenous person. Nigeria is a country made up of indigenous peoples of Nigeria. Because I'm a Nigerian does not automatically wipe away the fact that my ethnic nationality is Ijo. Because you're a Nigerian does not wipe away the fact that your ethnic nationality is Ikwere. It is you being an Ikwere person that makes you a Nigerian. It is not you being a Nigerian that makes you an Ikwere person. Therefore, these are the things you need to fight for. And in Nigeria today, these are the most primary things for us as a people. And therefore, when we go to election and they say we should not vote thinking one way. Okay, for instance, if I am voting in Rivers State for a governor of Rivers State, am I going to be voting as an Ibibio person, or am I going to be voting as a Rivers person that is from one of the ethnic nationalities in Rivers State? Because these are the things that makes me who I am. Now, for me as a Rivers person, to vote for a president of Nigeria, because we're doing turn by turn, I can only vote for what or whom is presented to me as a Rivers person and as an Ijaw person. You can only vote for somebody who is presented to you as an Ikwere person and as a Rivers person if you're voting at the presidential level, because it is other people that are producing who will be the president. If not, every state would have produced a presidential candidate. If not, every ethnic group would have produced a presidential candidate. Now, when that is the outlook of the way that we vote in Nigeria, then it's very clear that we vote based on interest. Then it is very clear that as a Rivers person, when I am voting for a presidential candidate, as an Ijaw person, as an Ikwere person, as an Ogoni person, when we're voting for a presidential candidate, we are asking ourselves, amongst these two people, who is the best for my state? Who is the best for my ethnic nationality? That is how we're voting. We're not voting any other way. Who is even best for my religion? That's the way that we're voting in this country. And so, since that is the way that we are voting, the process of voting becomes critically personal as it concerns your state, as it concerns development for your state, for your people. And it therefore makes it more vulnerable. It makes us more vulnerable because we have people from Niger Delta, from River State, that are in politics, that are projecting not the interest of Rivers people at federal level, but are projecting their personal interest and the interest of their party. In my analysis, this is where our problem have begun, because we have not looked to ourselves and say, yes, this is where I stand. I stand for my people. I stand for my state. If you're not good for my state and I am in your party, I will not support what you do that is not in the interest of my state. For instance, now, it is also very clear from the report that have come out from the observers. It has become very clear that the positions that the parties and the people supporting these political parties have taken have not been, including INEC, have not been in the interest of the different geopolitical zones. It has not been in the interest of the geopolitical zones that is not in power. So before we even start, our votes, if you like, have been discounted, and it is what the political party wants, that they are manipulating and getting into, if you like, bringing it together to answer, to give the right answer, to give the figure that will bring about the so-called results. If not, for instance, I watched a program where the president at that time, before the elections, was asked, what will you do if you don't win the election? And the president's reply was not an issue of confidence. It was an issue, for me, it was an issue of force. It was an issue of who says I will not win the election? I will win the election. How do you know you will win the election? How? When people have not voted, how do you know that you will win the election to 101, to the power of 101%? So we need to follow up the report of the different observers, and we need to follow up the case, the court case that is ongoing. There is so much contradiction, because you cannot have a case, you cannot have confidence in a process where the law allows. For instance, I see no reason why, if you're in court, and to attempt or to try to to win your case or to prove your case, you have a right to make certain requirements, to ask for certain things, which the other group is also allowed to have access to. And then when it is said, we want this, then INEC is assuming a role that is INEC allowed to assume those roles? Because this is about the case of the election. It's not just about the person of Atiku Abubakar or the political party that he represents, on whose platform he has come out. It is also a case about Nigerians that have voted for the incumbent and the Nigerians that have voted for Atiku Abubakar, who won. This is what the courts are supposed to, based on evidences that is going to be provided, that we should be able to have access to. This is not a private case. This is a public case. So it is very important for us here in the Niger Delta, very critical for us here in the Niger Delta, that we should follow up and not shy away from discussing the report and following up on the court case. So based on that, I want to call out the numbers, 081-885-8815, and the other line is 0809-289-5620. So that's those are the two numbers. And so we should, as people, as intelligent people, as people who know what their rights are, as people who have a right to speak, as the electorate who cast their votes, we should be able to have our opinion based on the facts, based on truth, and analyze and take positions that we should take. So, the result, the observation report, as a Nigerian, it should be embarrassing, and it should be embarrassing to Nigerians that a country like Nigeria is being indicted, a country that is supposed to push democracy, is being indicted in the process of democracy that it is supposed to be spearheading, and it is these processes. If we fail in the simple process of democracy, that is a right, then it's of no surprise that we have so many other issues of development, issues of corruption, issues of insecurity across Nigeria, issues of nepotism, so many issues that will not allow any government to stand, that will not allow any country to develop and to catch up in the process of democracy and in the process of development. So again, the lines are 081-885-88155. The second line is 0809-289-5620. 0. Hello? Hello? Okay. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is David Lemuel. I'm calling from Port Harcourt, Nigeria.
Okay, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, I want to talk on the issue concerning the election and INEC denials of not having a server.
Yeah.
I wonder where Nigeria is going to. If INEC will claim it doesn't have server, my question is that we think that he was going to win the election or if he was not going to win.
Yes.
And inside the whole world is telling us that we cannot lose election.
Yeah.
So that is to say, we should not go and vote.
Yeah.
If the election has not held and you are telling us you are not going to lose,
Yes.
that means you are telling us that there is no need to vote.
Mm-hmm.
So the money that was appropriated for voting, we should ask what the money was used for.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And on the other hand, concerning the same man was asked if he was going to congratulate his opponent to the case if he loses. And he recognized the same way that he will congratulate nobody but himself. So the man, if we have a question to answer,
Yeah.
so the country, in just utterly, before the whole world,
Yeah.
and now let us just come in and they tell us that we are going to vote and there's a need of voting. When I heard those comments, I was talking to social media, letting them know that if in Nigeria is in a culture that knows them.
Okay.
So there's a lot of questions to answer. And if AU or other observers have brought out their findings, I wonder what the judiciary think they are doing. And we keep on clamoring, the judiciary is the hope of the common man. How? When?
Okay.
Let me stop now. Let me stop here for now.
Thank you.
Let me go to what to say.
Thank you.
No, I will come back again.
Thank you so much. This is a very interesting contribution. Hello. Okay. Well, definitely, and I think. Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. I'm speaking from River State.
Go ahead, sir.
In the issue of what is before us.
Yes, sir.
The case in court, INEC not accepting only an item requested by the candidate. I think we should leave the court to take the proceeding.
Okay.
To come up with their own finding and result. Then the public, that is where we are the jury.
Fine.
Or otherwise.
Okay.
And make our own comment.
Fair enough. So we should wait and see whether they will do the right thing or the wrong thing. Okay, fair enough. It's fair enough. Go ahead.
So in the case of the report from the European Union.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they've actually incited INEC. You see, INEC has been complaining. I'm sorry using if it is an actual abuse. Why I say they have been fumbling? In the previous regime of INEC before this present regime, they have the power to disqualify candidates that are inimical to the system. I can give examples of candidates that were disqualified. Abule was disqualified.
Okay.
Dawuti was disqualified. And some other persons I don't know this moment, but they have that power. But I don't know at what time the electoral process or guidelines were changed and limiting the powers of INEC. Is it the primaries was nothing to write home about, right from the break of Nigeria, north to southwest, all over Nigeria, and it's just very typical of a particular party. More from a political party, that is the APC, the ruling party in the federation. Although the PDP on state level are not exempted, but it shows a sort of immaturity, and it is INEC that are the umpires that will blow the whistle for those playing the team at River Annkio. Then it's that something that has committed a foul, you either put the person on red card or you blow foul against the person. And you see, the rules laws we had in 2019 election, no one person has been arrested and prosecuted and convicted. Because INEC, it actually put a case if it's not investigate. You don't have the investigating or whatever that would make them actually come up to make the prosecution of that time. So this has to do with that. The police again, once the working relationship with the police, even right from the police. So in conclusion, I recommend electoral college system for Nigerian politics or electoral process to be free and fair. Because from downward level, we know ourselves. Anybody that is coming out of getting the electoral, setting up the electoral college candidates that stand for those posts at the
Let me quickly ask you. Let me quickly ask you a question, because we've actually run out of time. But now, as an electorate, not even if you're a politician or even standing for a position, I want you to take the position of an electorate, because even if you're a candidate, you will still have to vote. So but looking at it from the position of an electorate, don't you think, or do you think? Let me not say don't you think. Do you think that we as the electorate should actually be involved in making suggestions in the process, in the ways that our elections should be held, so that we who have the right to elect people are actually free to elect the people that we want, instead of being killed in the process, or being detained or being abused in the process of electing somebody who is going to serve us. Very quickly, do you think do you think that we should be involved? I'm not asking how we should.
Talking about the electorate dispensing their week.
Yes. Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say. You see, the society is not properly socialized. Where we can have platform to discuss on the manifestos of these various political parties that will be an emphasis to decide where to play. And now, after thinking that who is that person that will go to implement this manifesto for this political party, then we analyze that person again. That's the role of the electorate.
Yes.
And this can be done, that parallel platform of electoral college system. So we can have a platform, the candidates that will podium and tell us how you will implement that manifesto, that will share it. Cherishing the manifesto is a ballgame of interest, and who will now play that system because as the display whether portrait information. This play has made that means I have you promise that you can maintain that win and get us those things we expect from the manifesto or the great plan to take as a place before us.
All right.
We don't have this socialized characteristics, that is electorate. Most persons used to say education is yes. Education is a broader form, but that one is the word knowledge. When you are knowledgeable, they don't tell a child to get out of the sun.
Okay, see, I think that we're on the same path, because I personally believe, and my organization does this constantly, that we must, as a people, take responsibility. If we don't take, if the electorate, our people take responsibility in supporting a candidate. It shouldn't end in supporting. You should actually only support a candidate that is going to do what is good for you. So even before manifestos come out, as the electorate, we should be able, I don't like saying like other people in like London, in like America, this is Nigeria. We're in Nigeria. We know what is right, what we like in other countries. How do we achieve it here? Before I will vote for somebody, I want to know what are those things that you're going to do that will be good for my community. Wait. Yes, that. Thank you. Okay. So what I'm saying to us, to you and me and everybody that is listening today and in the future, is that we must know that this is our responsibility, that we should be able to confront these people and say, this road leading to my community that is bad, how long will it take you to fix it if my community votes for you? Those are the things that, no, wait now, I allowed you, wait.
If I can give you an example.
Yes.
See, like now, we are abundantly blessed with gas, even more than the crude oil.
Yes.
Then now we are saying transmitting this gas to our various homes. But we are doing town planning, and with this environment, we don't have a sanitary net where this gas and electricity can move to the various homes.
Yes.
These are things we, the Niger Delta guys, will be protecting to
All right.
Nigeria.
Okay.
And something from us, this environment, all these gases,
okay.
can pass
All right, we've run out. We have actually run out of time. Even though you've made a lot, of sense, we've run out of time. This is this is interesting, because I think that this is the way. I believe that this is the way that we should go. We should know what he raised, an issue of gas, which may come to play in the future when we finish with the elections and all of that, because that's a very, very critical and very, very serious matter. Because these gas, there are already things in place that are already quietly taking this gas to other people, and we have not even woken up to the information that our gas is already leaving the Niger Delta and other people are already transmitting it to themselves. On that note, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for contributing. We look forward to interacting again next week. God bless you and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. My name is Annkio Briggs.